The hiss got him.
Personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid.
Thank you, Tomassi. I appreciate your very severely complicated notes on the matter, but
The hotline can't be far now.
I feel like somebody should probably answer that, no? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hotline Chamber. Here in control. My name is Ellison Cruz, and if this game hasn't already weirded you out enough, well, we're almost to the point where you'll be like, well, this is not what I expected. So I'm just going to go and brush all of that fire extinguisher fluid off of those notes and admire this lovely room before answering a phone call. What do we got over here?
The Oceanview Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Weird. So, Oceanview Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst, light switch, the law of three applies. Well, you know what that means.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Yep, welcome to the Oceanview Motel. This place is a little wild, but anytime you come here, there's going to be a little puzzle for us to solve. So if we try asking for assistance...
Hello? Anyone here?
Oh, was that door open before? Possibly. Possibly not. And something you'll soon come to find after working here for a second is that this little bell is going to be the ball to your bell, because something interesting happens depending on how many times you decide to ring it. So, third time's the charm. We got that nice audio cue there. And walking in here, we find a set of keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Yeah, it does. And that's basically the point of this entire area, is to find the keys so we can open the door with the black pyramid on it, like the man was saying himself. Otherwise, this door would be locked. So, let's head through here and grab ourselves a sweet-ass phone. Well, that was weird. It's interesting that it brought us all the way back here to the astral plane, but it is going to introduce us to one of the most terrifying things in this game. Now, I haven't really made much note of it quite yet, but I wouldn't exactly categorize this as a horror game. This brings the horror element that you're looking for. This is an indefeatable item, and he will slowly but surely find his way to you to try to kill you, constantly drain your health, and make a horrendous screeching noise. Your cue is to run away from it, or otherwise just kind of influence it to go in other directions. Now, what you just need to do is just kind of run from it in this scenario, but otherwise, you will need to deal with them a lot more than I care to ever do in any video game. So, with that having been said and done, the hotline is right ahead of us.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomassi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Will she now? Well, welcome back to our office here, I suppose. So, personally, I really like the concept of the hotline. It's a telephone that allows you to speak to previous directors and, quote-unquote, the board. But more importantly, you can use this to watch previous cutscenes, amongst other things that I won't spoil too much of. So, it's kind of a nice little thing to just see, because it's also alternate dialogue.
The Oceanview Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me.
And it will also provide some insight that you otherwise wouldn't find over the normal course of the game.
Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder.
But I will say that the whole, actually filming the guy smoking and using his silhouette is a little corny for me. It's a little above my pay grade in that regard, but we're all set. So now that we're back here with the level 1 clearance, let's go and open this bad boy up. I'm surprised this stuff is still here. Huh. I guess I should probably take a break in recording, but no, we're gonna keep going. Oh, agent death notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. Damn. It's a letter that I'd never want to receive. But we'll go and grab this, and it will give us house memories. Cool. It's definitely worth it. But luckily for us, we have a one-way ticket back to Central Executive, so this is going to be good for us because we got to talk to Emily, and she will be the only one that can help us move forward, although... Am I heading in the wrong direction? Not anymore. I could have just taken another path from over there, but let's go talk to Emily, and hopefully she might be able to shed some light onto some of these other people that we've been mentioned.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomassi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help. Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've completed Mission 2, and we now have ability points which we can use to...
Do you hear that?
What?
Someone's singing.
Oh.
Where's it coming from?
I wonder who else we've heard singing over the course of this game.
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Alright, whatever you say. So we now have several new actions that we can complete only in this section, at least with the outfits, which we only have civilian for some reason, which is fine, but let's go and take a look at abilities. This is our tree, or our branching paths, our grids. I don't know how you want to really call them, but depending on how many milestone rewards you get, you'll be able to get additional weapon form slots and, you know, personal mod slots, and also just upgrade your stuff. So we're definitely going to go with at least some energy. 10% is basically nothing, but I'm also going to put a bit of an emphasis on launch power because the damage that is accrued from that is massive, and 50% just right then and there is great. So with that, we can now add another weapon to our repertoire should we have the materials to do so. I'm hoping we do because we've spent a lot of time picking those up. So with that, we get the old shatter, baby. Nice. So this is our shotgun rain equivalent, and it comes in the form of Astral construction. And speaking of, we have personal mods that we can create, but it's on a bit of a gambling system. All of these are completely randomized, and it is not worth it at any point. Just take my word for it to construct any of these. You might think, oh, it's only 1,000 and only one house memory. Don't do it. Upgrade them first. Wait until they're at their maximum construct level before even bothering, because more often than not, it will not be worth your time and effort. Just ignore this altogether, please. Weapon forms is just basically do what you want. And also board countermeasures are little minor side, they're not really side missions, more so as they are just kind of like little challenges that you can do while, you know, playing through just casually. So for killing 50 enemies without dying, we can get a random weapon mod. That sounds good. Now, if you want, you can also do kill hiss guards. That's not that bad either. We're definitely going to fight a lot of them. Melee tactics, I will probably not get this. And grip maneuvers, using grip kill enemies with headshots. We'll grab that since that's quick. Weapon maneuvers, kill enemies with service weapon anymode, we'll get that also. Now, be careful, because if you commit to any of these, you can only commit to 3 at a time, and if you want to do another one, like say melee tactics, you do need to abandon it, and then you'll get a new one in its place that you might not like. So make sure you're sure when you get it, and then you'll be fine. So with that having been said and done, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison
A lot
Cruz,
of these questions could be
welcome
answered by
back to
a
Control.
specimen.
I think we need to go head towards the voice.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Why does he sound like what's his face from What We Do in the Shadows? Good God. All right, well, there's not a lot that we can really do beyond that, especially considering the whole place is still in lockdown. So let's head down to the maintenance sector access corridor.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face. The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ati here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ati. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ati guiding me too?
Very well, maybe. He seems to know a lot more than he lets on. So, lots of one-way areas that we're not going to be able to access for quite a while, but here is...
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?